want to plan for their retirement and do some asset development here as well as in India. And on the personal front, we deal with a number of things, family, work-life balance, and other things. And we are also exposed to several other things here, being abroad. I mean, Costco has exceptional customer service, right? I mean, we would like to take a leaf from companies like that. We are all pro-technology, and we would like to use Apple as an example for that. We all love predictability, and I mean, it could take an hour or two to get to work, but we need to know whether it takes that much time or whether we're going to get there in 15 minutes or not. We're all used to really high standards. So this actually forms the basis for what we are trying to do. So just a quick recap of the opportunity statement, 20 million NRIs. Yeah, move on please, I think I already covered this. So what exactly is the technology behind this? We will have a fully featured website and a mobile app. And like I mentioned earlier, this will be integrated with the back-end workflow that the admin and the service providers, the customer account managers will be using. You'll see a tiled display of all the popular services. You'll have transparent pricing. You'll also have escrow option and workflow integrated features, as I mentioned. Move on, please. This will be a typical workflow. I don't want to get into the details, so let's move on. Here's a quick summary of the competition. We actually reviewed a couple of other services like Yourman India, Members, NRI Services Online, and I think we have a working prototype right now, and what we have right now is far superior than what they're offering, although we are not in the market yet. One, please. Just a quick financial projection. So what we are doing is we are estimating the number of task hours, and that's our unit of work execution, okay? So based on that, if we do things the right way, in 2016 we are expecting about 1.7 million task hours to be executed, and then moving on, expanding, retaining customers, about 9 million task hours in 2020. Move on, please. What do we need going forward? Of course, we need to hire some more personnel. We need to beef up on our web apps and mobile apps. We need to start executing plans and strategies on promotion, branding, and other things. Yeah, move on, please. This is the current web. You can quickly skip through. Yeah, skip through this also. Yeah, this is a kind of a quick glimpse of what we have right now. Move on, please. Yeah, move on, please. This is how it looks in the mobile. Current status, like I said, we have the co-founders and a couple of other people. We have a working web app. We have a shared office in India. Branding and marketing, advertising, this is all work in progress. Move on, please. Real quick, the service area coverage, we are right now hoping to launch in a few service locations in India. Okay, okay, so this is the finance requirement. So as soon as we get started for the next 6 months, we would like to recruit some more people, about 26, and we would like to have a fully functional web app and a mobile app, get some office space, and I think advertisement and branding is going to be key for this. We would like to make the word known, because I think that's really critical. I think about 1.1 million is what it comes to in terms of the finance requirement in the next 1 year or so. Move on, please. This is the last slide here. So I'm sure there's risks and issues as we get started. There may be, I think the expansion plan could be a little aggressive is what we thought. There are some issues like how do we build the trust with the customer, because that's really key. We need to really think through a lot of that. What is the expansion strategy? Because India is huge. There are a lot of micro markets. I mean, if you think of places like Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, there are a lot of micro areas. How do we cover that? Do we do franchise model? Do we get our own people? How do we train them? So things like that.
Your time is up.
Okay, yeah, so
Open for
thank you.
questions. Good presentation, unique idea. The need is there, absolutely the need is there. But unfortunately, this is my experience. I'm not talking about anybody else. This is my experience.
Right.
Dealing with people in India, being here, is probably the most challenging that I've ever faced in my life.
Absolutely.
Okay? So, to put trust in something, you know, the technology platform is the easiest one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, when I ask for something to be done, literally getting that has to be done, depending on a person in India, with the culture that we have, is, that is something that I would really need to,
Absolutely.
yeah, get used to.
So that you just described the pain point that we all face, and what we are proposing is a solution. And I've actually tried to use some similar services. All of them are based in India, and they understand very little about our expectations here. So what we are doing is a presence here in the US, so we better understand the customer expectations, and we are closer to the customer. The execution has to be done from India. I mean, the customer account managers, I think I skipped through the workflow, but they will be somebody that really relate to what we face out here and the level of customer service that we expect. And like I said, I mean, the type of customer satisfaction that we're planning on providing is 100%. I mean, there's going to be refunds, escrow options, and things like that.
See, for me, this entire deal of 100% guarantee and money refund, that is not somebody's looking for when you are getting into this, right? We need the service to be performed.
Absolutely.
And they're time critical and things like that.
Right.
So getting my money back is the least of the problems that I have, least of the things that I would like. It's a service that I need.
Absolutely.
So yeah, if you can get over that, I think this is probably one of the wonderful things that could happen.
Right.
So, what is the model? So I have a consumer. So I have an app. I have 500 relatives I want to send birthday cards to, birthday flowers to, sweets to, all that stuff. So can I personalize it and basically say in a given schedule, you push all these things and I pay from here? Is that one of the services?
That is possible also. So we are coming up with a defined set of categories, locations, and services to start with. But there is also an option to request for a custom task. And the customer service manager will give you a time estimate and a code on whether that can be done, number one, and if that can be done, what is the schedule and what is the pricing.
So I set up a profile, and based on the profile, basically they can
Yes.
give that. So geriatric meaning like medications,
Well,
paying
we don't want
bills.
to get into like providing medications, but we would help with the geriatric generation with getting where they need and getting some help to get to the doctors and things like that.
What is the fee, monthly fee?
There is no monthly fee for this. I mean, it is per task basis. I mean, you can kind of look at this as a micro task scenario also.
So it's like TaskRabbit for India, basically. But
There you go. Yeah, TaskRabbit. Yes, sir.
what's the legal win? Is it India or is it the United States?
It's going to be both actually.
My advice: you're probably better off creating a legal liability in the United States for issues of trust.
Sure. I mean, absolutely. I mean, we will be incorporated here, but I mean, in order to have staff there, we need to have a legal presence there as well. So yeah, it will be
For a consumer, what is the legal recourse?
right. Yeah, definitely US.
Gentlemen, I think your time is already up 2 minutes back. So
Thank you
what we
very
can do is
much.
we take more within our social round. So the next is I'm going to call upon Ramaragar. So if you can quickly